Hey, welcome back to and man. On this episode, for Stupid, I'm so excited. We get to dive in more into experiences, resources, and more when it comes to trading. So I like to focus on the mental, and I want to dive in to how to deal with traumatic experiences, life experiences, while still trying to trade. All right, so make sure before we get started, you like, share, and press that bell so you never miss an episode. Also, subscribe to encourage me and my team to continue to put this content out. Like I said, it definitely is a challenge for me. I've been sitting behind the forefront for about 5 years now. I told you how it is all for me. So I've been learning for about 5 years with foreign exchange. The first 3 years, I want to say I didn't take it serious because a lot of things I was doing, moving, this and the third, traveling, but I saw it work. I saw it play out, and I was very serious in learning. Um, the fourth year, life continued to happen. Health, life would be life, you know what I'm saying? Happen emotionally, breaking down. Don't really know how to adjust with everything that's going on in life. To now moving into this year, really finally being able to face a lot of things while being able to still trade and being accountable for myself. So now we're putting everything on YouTube so you can dive into the academy and see my growth for the next 5 to 10 years. All right. But dedicated for sure, for sure. So in this episode, like I said, we're going to talk about uh my personal experience when it comes to dealing with traumatic experiences and then having to move forward to still trying to deal with life, deal with priorities, especially if you are a responsible adult. And if you're a teenager, you're not really a responsible adult yet, but if you're a responsible person, you don't have to be an adult, but a responsible person, then priorities and goals go first, right? So having to deal with this and still have to deal with the emotional aspect, the mental aspect, and straight with the spiritual doubt and all that good stuff. All right. So in this episode again, we're going to not only talk about it, but go over how I process it, how you can process it, um, these life traumatic experiences when it comes to your trading journey, how to reflect from it, how I reflected from it, and then how I move forward without allowing that moment to define or hinder me. And now I'm not gonna lie. For a while, it did. It hindered me. It in my mind, it defined who I am, who I were. But I'm telling you, when you see yourself just go down this hole, it's really hard to like pull back to generally look at it till somebody say, hey, you know. So I got a lot of my students and people have been with me since the beginning, asking me when I'm gonna put on YouTube, when you gonna do this, when you gonna that, and I had to stop making excuses for myself. So let's get into it for today. All right, so let's talk about the time. All right, I'm gonna share my experience with you. So the biggest traumatic experience I've had when it comes to trading, not saying that life did not happen after this. All right, I dealt with a lot of deaths, I dealt with family drama and stuff like that, marital issues and stuff like that on this journey. But at the time, when it came to trading, the biggest, I ain't gonna say at the time, even now, at all I've been through, the biggest thing that I had to deal with traumatically that happened to me in the foreign exchange, well, learning foreign exchange, is when I got a gun pulled in my face. Yes, I said I got a gun pulled on me, man, and that I am not gonna lie, I have not talked about it. I have not really express too much about it. I may say something here and there about it, but I kind of like, but moving on. So in the experience, we're gonna talk about how I felt, how I struggled, and all that good stuff. Because hopefully I'm not saying hopefully, but maybe you're going through something right now. Maybe you're not, and probably down the line you will. Or if you're hearing this message, maybe this message is just for you today, right? And you're going through something. And it seems like life is really throwing watermelons at you instead of lemons. Well, just like lemons, you could turn into lemonade. Watermelon, you could turn it to watermelon juice. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna really get it in. So when it comes to trading, I used to trade. Why not say when I first started trading, I learned through foreign exchange. I learned when I first started trading. I wanted to learn stocks. So I invested to this course for like $99 for a year, and I got to learn a little bit about stocks in a little in a different aspect than you know Forex. Stocks don't really focus on certain things that Forex does, but the main thing that I had a problem with is learning the charts. So I would tell anybody Forex had helped me learn learn any chart on any financial market, whether it's stocks, Forex, cryptos, commodities, futures. It does not matter. I'm able to read it, right? Because like I said, I've been at this skill for 5 years now. Mind you, even though these experiences has happened to me, I never completely stopped, right? I always have this addiction. Like I always had this vision. I still do, and I had it as a child. I just didn't know what it was, what these things I'm seeing. So I go to Atlanta, I'm doing we at the time I was with I Am Academy. And if you want to know more about that, how it can introduce to me, make sure you go back to some previous episodes. You will see that we talked about I Am Caddy and my experience. But anyway, um, I was doing really good at I Am Academy. I was finding success, even not knowing what the hell I was doing, right? So I was taking upon the educators, going through all the course. Like I went through every single video from the basic to the immediate to the advanced traders. I went through every educator, every video that I could think of, and I can tell you who I liked, who I didn't like. The person that stuck out to me the most, and I still would say this to this day, the person that really taught me how to trade, like really put this into my mind, say like things I would see on the start chart without even drawing anything up or knowing how to draw anything up or how to do anything. I would see it, right? But the vision came into life when saw it in person. So Stephen Landor, shout out to Stephen Landor. You can look him up on YouTube. He's a real trader, and he trades in. He's with I Am Academy. I'm not saying I don't know if he still is, but he was, and he taught me how to actually trade. He taught me about chart patterns, price action. He taught me about, he introduced trading view, and it's so crazy because he was using a different chart, which is the I Am Academy charts, but most of the time those charts did not work. So he showed me that. Anyway, um, so we're learning how to trade. I'm having success. And it's at the beginning. I'm talking about making money, traveling, wanted to teach people. I started off and built this this program called Abundance 333. And Abundance 333 is to help you get on the platform of I Am Academy. So I would help people by uh, allowing them to trade without knowing what to do. All they had to invest is like the minimum of $50, and we will grow their account to 100 or however much at the time the subscription was. I can't remember, and we will make enough for the subscription. They would see that it worked, and then they would join the academy because my main thing was, I understand that even when you in business, you have to somewhat be a salesman. And I'm not the type of person that like talk to people, but I am. I have a really gravitating aura. So I've worked on this with myself throughout the years. My mom definitely has worked on me when it came to talking, speaking up for myself, interacting with people, because I really like this crab, like this Kermit, this turtle that's in the shell, right? So I stepped out there. I have faced a whole lot of hardships. I had recently got out of service. I had a surgery. I was told I can't work 9 to 5 anymore, but due to autoimmune disease that I have, and some other things, man. So, and at the time I wasn't really getting paid my disability, so I was getting kicked out of my apartment. I had to lose my car and my truck. I had 3 vehicles, so I mean I was doing pretty good for myself, and a lot of things was going boom, 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 boom. So I held on to trading. You know what I'm saying? I prayed, God. You know what I'm saying? I need something to hold on to. I was doing reckless stuff, popping pills, drinking, just doing reckless stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because I just couldn't face my mental. I didn't really know how to face my mental. Didn't really sleep. Mind going crazy, crazy, crazy. I'm thinking about the things that happen in service. I'm thinking about the lies I'm finding out. I'm thinking about my life. If it's going to prosper, is it going to continue? Am I going to die? I'm thinking about my children. I'm thinking about all this. Think about all this, right? I feel like a failure. At the time my grandma was passing, it was a lot of stuff. I had to be the rock for my brother. I had to still be there for my mom. It was a lot of stuff. And I really didn't know how to show it for myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I've always been an optimistic person. So when trading came into my life, I found it something to hold on to, right? And I saw it work. So I went all the way out to, was it Dallas? Yeah, I went to Dallas. out to this convention, and it was so amazing, so fire. I was sitting face to face with Stephen Lindor and some other amazing traders. I got to meet Stephen Lindor, sat at the table with him, talked strategies, we took pictures, like we was in a mansion, like all crazy stuff, like trading and still trading the whole time, right? I'm making the money back as I spent it, like, you know what I'm saying? This is real happy. I dropped all the way to Dallas from the first time. You know what I'm saying? I had been traveling, trying to make this thing work to get people to join. But I wanted to be a part of my product because I knew it could change your life. But like I said, even without knowing nothing, open, close, none of that, even without knowing anything, I was able to turn $500 or was it no $1,200 and double it. Right. So I saw it happen. So you could kind of say it was like a gambling mindset. I just saw what I could do, but I really didn't think about all the high risk that was into this thing, right? It's like taking a hot bath. Like you're like, oh my gosh, I need to take me a hot bath. You've been ready for that shower all day. Then that water hit your back, you're like, ah, you know what I'm saying? You weren't ready for how hot that water was. But you knew you wanted some hot water so that it could soothe your body. So it was like that. I knew I wanted to learn trading, and I knew I wanted to risk it all. I knew I wanted to. It was something I can do, and make as a career. But I didn't think about it as a risk. So money was the goal because that's what I was chasing. Even though I didn't have to, but at the time I did because again, this really wasn't coming through. I wasn't getting what I needed. You know, I was getting denied. So it was crazy. When I finally got some more money when my disability went through, I turned around, put some money on that, and I saw again the biggest win I ever had. So far, it's $106,000 at one time. I did some dumb, locked it on a certificate, and um, put it in a separate account. So I can't really get that back till I hit a certain age, like right, a certain age. So that was dumb. We'll talk about what proper investment later is, but um and I locked it in for my daughter, but didn't really understand to the capacity of the bond itself, or the certificate itself, right? So yeah, that's that. So I wanted to go back in and learn the thing for myself, right? So I'm starting over. I don't have any money now. I wipe myself clean. I'm talking about traveling. Get invited out to Houston with the millionaires because, excuse me, I'm starting to learn to trade because mind you, I cannot trade this. I excuse me, I cannot afford to trade with the IM Academy. I'm still not saying they're a scam. Now, at the time, the way they was approaching things, yeah. But IM Academy is a platform that provides different avenues of income that you can learn from basic foundation, intermediate foundation, and even some advanced foundation. These are just stepping stones and stepping blocks. You have to take these pieces and you have to go out and, I know they want to encourage this part, but you want to step away from that and get real mentors, like get mentors outside of that, outside I am. So if you in e-commerce, you want to go on YouTube and find clothing brands that are literally millionaire clothing brand, 7-figure clothing brand, 9-figure clothing brand. Watch them, get some insight and some tips from them. If you vibe, if you like them, you like the things that they're saying, their niche, their vibe is similar to yours, then you will go and see if they provide any type of course. And then guess what? Boom, I invested to that course and I start to learn more insights because those are the insights that IM Academy is not going to tell you. Yeah, you're going to get on with an instructor. Yeah, you're going to get on and ask a bunch of questions, but you're only going to know the little bit of that basic foundation or that course foundation that they put basic, intermediate, and advanced. But you're not going to know anything past that. And the main thing is continuing education. So I couldn't afford to be on IM because I couldn't afford the packages. At the time, they were just providing trading, and it was basically said you could join right now and make money back. There was other stipulations with that. But moving on, I had met a person on social media. Um, we gonna call him Davion. So me and Davion, we get cool, we on call. Man, he will hit me up and then he'll disappear. I'm on call. I'm talking about you. I'm like on call with different people. These people are not even inside my group, and I'm trading with different people. And we making money, man. It's so crazy, we making money. And uh again, at this time I didn't know the risk. I knew the risk, but not really to the capacity. Because I was still staying kind of comfortable, even though I was in an uncomfortable situation with my finance at the moment. So what I was saying, yeah. So with I Am Academy, and they're teaching you different things like you know market structure, but they only go to basic of market structure. When they go to the intermediate, they make you a little something that you can use with the indicator, something you can use with their features on their charts. But those same features on those charts can be found on TradingView. And you want to get the plug for TradingView, go to that TradingView episode. I want not this week from last week and tune in. I'm telling you, you're going to see what I'm talking about. Those features are also all available. I could draw a head shoulder pattern feature. I could do an ABCD pattern. I could do different patterns off TradingView. All right, so I couldn't afford it, and so I wanted to help people. So me and Davion, we link up. He comes all the way out here. He's like, "Bro, I gotta come out there and learn. Come on, man, come on." So I believe in myself. He comes all the way out here. He flew out here to Texas, from Atlanta to Texas. So he come all the way to Texas. We spent a week of crash course, giving him the game plan, everything I know, just boom, boom, boom. In the moment, still giving calls out to people, and him making money too. So mind you, he spent the money to fly out here and he doubled that money back, maybe tripled. I think, yeah. By the end of that trip, he tripled that money back. Um, and we'll talk about that a little more. So, he came all the way out here. He had a pretty fairly account that he wanted to start off with. It was like 1,500. I had built my account to 1,200 at that time. Taking things out, putting it back in. Um, and this friend of mine, he started off with 50 bucks. So this other friend of mine, I'm gonna call him Trey. She got Davion and Trey. So Trey started off with 50 bucks. I don't want to put nobody's names out. So Trey started off with 50 bucks. We changed that 50 bucks to 100. By the end of that trip, that 100 turned to $700. Okay. He couldn't even wait till it got to 1,000. He pulled it out. All right. So no here there. Davion, 1,500 to 25. All right. Then that week that he's in Texas, boom, we chilling, we doing anything we can think of. You know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna be honest with you. We smoking, we chiefing. Um, I don't drink, so we wasn't drinking. We're just trading, smoking, and having ideas, doing vision boards and stuff like that. And then we wrote some music. So Davion turns 25 to 5,000. We trading on stuff like in BCs and future, like gold and US 30. Still not knowing the risk of these trades, BTC, USD, still not knowing the risk of these trades because at the time we was centered right there in the middle of COVID. It was literally happening and we not paying attention how much news affect the market. So anyway, um, we going from okay, at the end of the week, we got 5K. We go all the way back to Atlanta. So he said, "Hey, I have some people out here. I want you to come teach. I'll set everything up." My auntie said, "It's cool. You come teach her the trade." I'm like, "All right, cool." Mind you, today, shout out to my wife. That is my wife to this day. We met each other and been inseparable to this day. So I met her trading. Um, and I'm like, okay, cool. Get a rental. We go out there, get a hotel. We go out there. Man, Javion, I mean, Davion is tripping. Davion started tripping closer and closer we get to Atlanta. So he makes Trey very nervous, right? So Trey, he's like, man, dude getting weirder, weirder, weirder. Then Davion starts saying weird stuff like, man, I want to change, but I can't change. Man, I don't know. This evil just take over me. He's saying stuff like that. So we like, all right. So we go teach this to his auntie. Some more people in there we trying to get on. Mind you, I did not know Davion was scamming these people. I did not know. Mind you, I'm doing the legit part of it. And that's what you're running into when it comes to trading, especially with I Am Academy in the beginning. The because of the misinformation, people not really understanding what they're trying to deliver, and them not coming clean all the way with what this platform is here to do. People found all type of ways to scam, and it's easier to scam in foreign exchange than it is in the stocks market. Okay, because one is closely regulated. So I'm like, all right, cool. we made the money. So we get there, pulled it out. He pulls the money out, blah, blah, blah. All right, we're in the hotel. So I get this bad vibe. So we was like, we gonna go. We get this bad vibe. So we gonna go to my uncle's house. And my uncle lived in Madison. Yeah, Mason, Madison in Atlanta, all right, in Georgia, right? So we're like, all right, Macon. I keep saying Madison. Madison is in Mississippi. Macon in Georgia. So we go out there. I mean, this cars follow us. I can't even tell you which ramp it came off of, but this car follow us, bro. And I'm talking about tell. Like this was on some movie type shit. You feel me? Like you watching a movie and you got a person chasing you on the car trying to shoot you down. It was like that, right? And there was no gun involved at that time. So this car is on us, and I recognize the car. I look at the license plate. It's different. Dab and mind you, me and Davion went out earlier without Trey, and we was talking to people, mingling about trading and all that. And I rode with him, so I know how to drive. So I'm talking about every exit turn we turned on, this dude was behind us. And I'm first out nothing like he ain't behind us. He on. We get to my uncle's house. I tell Trey to bag in and put the car between the other cars, and we watch. We watched him pull up and go. So we watched him circle the neighborhood. And then when he finally came to the house where he thought we were at, he was looking for the car. He let the window down. And boom, there go Davion. Mind you, I got acquainted with the person at the front desk at the hotel. So they called me saying that there's a guy that fits the description of Davion that came into the hotel wired, looking for me erratically, and he had a gun. I'm like, what? So I like, all right, and I mind you, I had every little right now at this moment to leave. I can leave and go back to Texas, right? But I promised something to his auntie, and she has children. So I'm like, all right, God is showing me something. So if God gonna take me, he gonna take me. But if it's in his will, it will be done. You know what I'm saying? So I lean heavily in God on my faith and I move forward. So that following morning, me and Trey get back on the highway. We're looking at the trades, everything closed out. We good, made money, made the gas money back, made the trip money back. All right, we going all the way back to Atlanta. All right. I think the place was called, I don't even lie, George something. I don't know. But anyway, we're going back to ATL toward that way. I can't remember this. When I hear it, I know the specific spot, but that's where my wife lived, right? Start with a G. But anyway, so we go and we everything moved forward, blah, 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 blah. Davion hits me up days later. We going back and forth because he didn't split the money. Like I said, we had an idea to put money into a pot on one account and grow the account. With my portion of the money, I told him to give to his auntie, who's my wife now, his auntie, because she had children. And I just wanted her to see that this worked. Mind you, she was trading too. She invested money. She invested about a good 1,500. We traded on gold US 30, not knowing what news is like during a pandemic, and holding it too long, not getting out, cutting our losses, not cutting our losses way beforehand. We took 1,500, turned it to almost to 7K, and then only left the table with 2,000. So, for her and others leaving the table, I seen her nephew get 15 bands and left the table with 7. Us holding this dang old trade, like being stupid. And then we traded dumb lot sizes, like dumb lot sizes, bro, stupid. So this was just riskful. Like this is we was just going in. All right. So I wish I had, like, I do have pictures, but I ain't have the I was trying to get back into my Snapchat. And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. My wife, she won't be liking Snapchat like that. Because she feel like Snapchat for cheaters. So I won't be trying to step on no toes or nothing. But I was trying to get into Snapchat so I can provide the pictures and stuff for this specific podcast. But I couldn't, had to do too much, like going to this email, find this, find that. And I was really, really booked all the way up to 2 a.m. last night working. So, and then I got from today, 9 a.m. Well, I got up at 4, went to the gym, got on call from 9 to 12 and then jumped on here to do the podcast. So, and then between being a wife and being a mother, a full-time mother, I'm a full-time housewife too, who works from home. So yeah, man, because I have to be in the bubble. So it kind of made me mad what he didn't do what he was supposed to do, and he started doing little stuff like threatening me. And I didn't really know what that was about, but I just thought it was like, some dude humor or the way dudes be doing each other. So I didn't think about it. So we say, say like, hey, Trey go to the bathroom. You fast forward, Trey go to the bathroom, wifey go to the bathroom, and then Davion come in and he's like, yo, I need to go to the store. I want to smoke, man. You want to ride? I needed rap so at the time. So I'm like, yeah, but I thought it was weird because he don't really smoke like that. Like, and we had enough, what we needed. So if he wanted to, we could have just did it together. So I want question to do. I was like, all right, cool. In a very optimistic mindset. We go to the store, mind you, we get up to the light. The corner store is on the right. We get in the left lane. No, he turned the light left blinkers on. There's no reason for us to turn. We weren't even in the turn lane. There's a red light. In the middle of the red light, this man says, "You scared?" And I was like, "Huh? Scared about what?" And then he turns on meditation because he knows I like meditate. He's like, this should set the mood for you, right? You scared?" And I was like, "What? Bro, you being weird. What are you talking about?" And he bust that left at the red light. Mind you, the store is on the right. I'm like, "Where we going?" Dude just cut up the music, just looking at me. I'm like, "Bro, you being mad sus, you being mad weird, bro. I don't like that." And he was like, "Don't be scared." I'm like, "Oh, calm and stuff." And I'm like, "What?" So we get in, till we turn on this area, keep going. We are behind some apartments, and this is a cul-de-sac area, so it's nothing back there. So man, I get my final life flash between my eyes. You feel me? Before my eyes, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, bro. So I knew Trey had some guns in the car. Mind you, I only knew about one. He said was registered and it was dad. I mean not Trey, Davion. And but he said when we had pulled up to his parents' house, he supposed to drop them off. But that wasn't it. All right, so whatever. So he pulls out this piece. It was like a little manual, a little, probably a little Smith and Western or whatever, but probably pulled it out, little nine. And he cocked it, unload the little clip, whatever, boom, 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 put the thing back in, put it on safe. And it was like, does this make you uncomfortable? And I was like, bro, okay, you been weird. Nah, man, I'm in service. I've been in service. I served 7 years. So I mean, I'm familiar with guns. I don't play with guns. I'm not around them like that. If I pull it, I'm gonna use it. So that's the type of things I learned. So now it's not optimistic no more. I'm starting to get pissed because this man is threatening my life now, and I ain't did nothing but show love. You know what I'm saying? I ain't did nothing but show love the whole time. Making money, ain't never asked nobody for not one dime. I'm letting them have it. I'm giving this away for free. You know what I'm saying? So I'm talking about we living life. Dude came out to Texas. We going from car to car, driving the car. We're going down to the mall doing videos. We we just having fun. You know what I'm saying? All right. So we at the cul-de-sac area. He get out the car. He like, come on, man, get out the car. And he cut the car. I'm like, bro, what is this about? So he get out the car, but he put the gun back in the inner of the door. So when he did that, I kind of like threw my phone over there on the floor, and I was like, I gotta get my phone, man. Dang, hold on, cuz my phone dropped. He said, all right, hurry up, get out. Like, hurry up, get your bitch ass out. Like he said shit like that to me. So I'm like, what's wrong with this dude? I ain't give that type of love to him when he came out to my house. His dad called me. I made sure his dad was comfortable. Where dude needed, you know what I'm saying? He had his little own spot with him, in here, gave him the whole little spot by himself. I was in my room, Trey was over there in his room. So, you know what I'm saying? I was in another room. So I'm cooling. And I'm trading 24/7. I'm on these calls with people. You feel me? We doing 10-hour sessions. Like it's during COVID. Everybody works from home. Everybody um has nothing to do. So we spending all day from what 8 in the morning to sometimes 9 in the morning to 4 in the evening. When the market closed, we trading. We looking at this chart. You feel me? And then when they get off, I'm still practicing, trying to learn different things. I'm trying to figure it out. All right, because we making calls, man. So I figure out some points and stuff, put some more money. Trey hits me up and he tells me he gave my wife $250, and that wasn't an agreement. The agreement was to give her my portion, and he laughed, and I think that was funny. So we at the cul said I disarmed the gun. So I took it apart, and there's this little pin that is in the gun, firing pin. Took out the firing pin, right, and dropped it over in his little thing where he could find it later. Looking for it. So I should have threw that pin out there in the woods, but whatever. Um, it's at night, so trying to look for a firing pin in the dark. His car like an inside did not come on, you know. So I get out, and he's talking to me, but he's talking to me in this raised voice, like, "Yo, man, what's up? What's up, Charm?" That nigga's first of all, he's saying my name, Charm. Excuse me, like he's saying Charm, and my name ain't Charm, sorry, you know what I'm saying? But he the only person calling me Charm. And I'm just first I just thought, because he island there, that's what he told me, his family Caribbean, whatever. I just took it what he was, but he was just saying Charm, like, like Lucky Charms or whatever. And so he's like, "Man, why you act like that? You know what I'm saying? Around Trey, you always acting like you hard. You always acting like this." I really don't be acting like nothing. I'm very secluded. I don't like negativity. I don't like people coming in my space disrespecting me, because I don't open my space to people. So when I do, I expect people to take it with grace and respect, not disrespect me because I'm a female or because I'm a woman. Like, I worked hard in the service and then let them define me as that. So why would I walk around and let other people do that? And I never did that as a child. Like, my mom didn't raise me like that. So why would I let anybody come into my home that I'm paying rent for? I'm showing you a skill that you can do from home, make you buku money, and I'm gonna bow down to you in my house. Like, come on now. And I ain't asking for nothing. So I'm like, all right, cool. Mind you, I'd have been I'd have been out to these conventions. I've been all in these mansions. I would just go to the mansions and trade because I wanted to. Like, me and my wife did that before, like, just because I wanted to. So I'm like, all right, bro, I'm really chilling. Like, you be in my face, you be getting all in my face, close to me. You be saying sexual harassment stuff, and I just don't be understanding because I don't surround myself like that with that. And I can't remember what he said, but I know it was like sexual harassment stuff. So I don't really remember how it transpired, but I just remember I called his auntie, which is my wife, and I put it on my phone. I put my phone on mute so she could hear it. I mean, I didn't put my phone on me, I just put it in my pocket, you know. And so mind you, I did that in the car. I told her put her phone on mute. And you know what I'm saying? Boom. So how it go? So she calling her and Trey listened to the whole conversation. I can't really remember what the dude was saying, but he was saying some off the wall shit. Like, I'm not gonna cap. Like, he was like, "What if what tomorrow your family don't fire you or some shit like that?" He was saying some wild stuff. So I'm a I mean, he was saying some misogynist, off the wall crap. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm like washing my hands. I'm like, "Bro, you need to chill." He gets in my face again. I said, "If you get in my face, bro, me and you gonna, I promise you, I'm gonna hit you in your face, bro. You just cap, blah blah. You a girl, you just cap." And he told me how he used to abuse some women. Like, he punched one girl through a car window. So I'm not trying to piss this man off because he know martial arts. I'm really just chilling. But you're not gonna hurt my safety. And I kept saying, if God want me, he will come get me, and it ain't gonna be through you, you know? And so I said, "Bro, you get in my face again. I hate to disrespect you as a man in Atlanta. And it's gonna go viral, so just leave me alone." And nah, he runs up in my face and he grabs me and I push him off. And I said, "Stop." He runs back up in my face and I hit him in his eye. Bah! And I held back a little bit, right? And when I hit him in the eye, he like stuttered, like, starstruck a little bit. He's like, "You fucking hit me?" And he started screaming out loud like a madman and charged at me. And I hit him again. Bah, bah. And he hit the ground, right? Now he hit the ground. I'm right there. So I already knew what he was finna do. He finna pick me up. So I embraced myself and I wrapped my leg around his leg when he walked up to me. I mean, when he went to get up, I wrapped my leg around his leg and I grabbed his arm. So when he did that, he put me on the ground. He started pinning me on the ground, whatever. And it's like something sexual harassment. You know what I'm saying? It was something rude as fuck. Like, what you gonna do if I put this in your mouth or something like that. And when he said that, I kind of like blacked out. I ain't gonna cap. I blacked all the way out. And I had grabbed a knife out my wife's house. It was in my pocket, but when I reached my hand in my pocket, because I was gonna cut his arm that was right there. Like, because he was pinning me down, I was like between, because like he's standing over me, he's hoovering on me with one leg over the other, over one shoulder and the other leg over the other shoulder. So his private parts is in my face. So when he said that, I mean, I'm talking about, I'm not even pissed no more. I'm mad as hell. And so I was gonna cut this man on his leg. I didn't care if I was gonna cut an artery. I was gonna tear the back of his leg up. And I couldn't get the knife out my pocket. You know what I'm saying? It was caught. So I stuck it back in my pocket and I grabbed his, his junk or whatever. And I started squeezing it hard. And I said, if you ever want to have kids, bro, you will leave me alone. And then it made him like let me go. You know what I'm saying? He let me go because we were just there. And mind you, my wife is hearing the whole thing, her and Trey on the phone. So it's just weird. It was just weird. You know what I'm saying? So he goes to the car and he grabs the pistol, right? But I see people walking up, and he gets in the car and cuts the light off. And he's screaming, yelling, cussing me out. I see kids walking up, and I'm like, hey, one of y'all, it was kids and some adults because we bought an apartment. So I was like, hey, oh, do one of y'all got a lighter like that? You know, I'm talking to the adult. Hey, do one of y'all got a lighter? So they can't hear me because I know I'm a good distance from them. We was a good bit from them, and they're going what? And I'm like, hey, so I'm screaming. So he's now see them, and because he took the pistol and he put it on the outside of his car. And when he hit the lights, he swerved the car and he went to point that at me, right? Point that at me. Mind you, he had did that when I punched him the first time. Um, he had threatened me with the gun when I punched him. Right, it was in the car. He threatened me by saying it. So when he really grabbed it, it was what it was, and he pointed it at me. And then I ain't say nothing. I just kept talking to people, right? So he drives up to where I'm at, and I'm standing there as they go down the hill. He's driving right beside me as I'm walking because now we're close in proximity to people. They obviously see him, they see me. Um, he's like, "Hey, Torm, get in the car, fam." Mind you, y'all, in this whole week, we made money. He left, and we accumulated about 150K, and all he had to do was give a certain portion to my wife. But he was scamming people on top of it. He was lying on me saying I had the money. I never had the money. All because I allowed him to orchestrate some of the events. So, all right, fuck it. Um, so he puts the pistol on the outside of the car. He pointed at me, but he saw the kids. He dropped it, right? So now he's in close proximity to me. He says something. I can't hear what he said, but he's saying again sexual harassment stuff. So I spaz out. I'm going off the wall. I spaz out and I cuss him out and I said something like, I spit on your grave, bro, because when you die, you're gonna die very slow and you're gonna get all your pain back. I said, bro, I spit on your grave and your child's grave. Now I will say I shouldn't have said that, but I do am a firm believer if somebody's a psychopath or somebody is a murderer, they should not duplicate because those genetics are in that child. If you are an evil person, just an evil person, you pick evil. You got that's why it's called offspring. All right, but anyway, we gonna go into X and Y chromosomes, whatever. I'm a firm person. I'd never bring the kids into the picture, but he pissed me off so bad, so I wanted to make him mad because he was like something about my family not gonna see me again, whatever. Mind he he was driving beside me with the lights off still, and so I said something like, "You gonna shoot me? You gonna shoot me?" And his people still walking, and I was like, "So he gonna shoot me?" He said he got shoot me. He got a gun right there. They see it, and he started screaming, and he was like fuck, like that, and then he was like, "I bet," and then I was like by the car. He's like, "Get in the car, get in the car, get your ass in the car," like he said all type of shit, whatever, and he pulls the gun on me again, and he shoots at me, right? But that third pin wasn't in there, so I heard it click. He was like, "What the fuck?" All right, so I know what you'll do for real. So wifey here and I said, "You gonna shoot me? You gonna shoot me? You stupid." Right? Now it's not even about trade anymore. We talking about life. So I dropped the location to wifey. She pulls up. She see him leaving. She pulls up. He goes to his parents' house. She's like, what man, what the hell? Da 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 da. What's going on? Blah blah blah. I'm telling her, I don't even know myself to understand what's really going on. He just on some money grieving type shit. So I said, you know what? Nah, man, I'm peaceful. Take this chick back to his grandma. I mean, to his mama's house and his dad's house. Take me to his mom and his dad's house. Because I know that's where his dad's going. So we go to his mom and dad's house. We pull up, bring the shit back home, right? Dad already out the door right there. I'm talking I had every little right in my mind, every little thought in my mind to get this man car. I talking about the bash the shit in. I kind of tell you, I had that knife in my pocket. I was gonna flat all three tires on some petty shit. Because I am a peaceful person. I don't be really about negativity. I really don't like negativity. You know, it makes my head hurt. I don't feel good. I'm not a negative person. I'm very optimistic, right? Especially if I want something. So his dad, I'm just cut off. They tell me to stay in the car. Trey told me to stay in the car. He got it. So Trey in fight mode. Trey get out the car. This dude was screaming like, nah, bro, come on, man. Come on, man. I apologize, man. Come on, man. So I already know about it. So he about to fight him. Then Davion's dad come out and his property and start saying crazy stuff. So Trey started like, hey, I just want to take a walk with you, fam. I just want to take a walk with you. All right, I'll tell you more about Trey later down the line. But anyway, in that moment, it seemed like he had my back. So wife in there talking to it. The dad come out. Man, he ain't come out. He ain't just like, hey, watch my car, man. She crazy, man. Just saying out the wild shit. So his dad come to ask me like, what's up? What's up? Why you beefing on my son? And I was like, I didn't beef with your son. I told you what I was gonna do when you called me, and I upheld my bargain. I came all the way out here for him and to work with him and wifey or whatever, and my life had been nothing but in danger. And you think I want to be, a friend to your son who's a terrible person who literally says these things. He's a terrible person. He's never going to change. He's going to die horribly because he do horrible things to people. Like, this is the shit he's saying. Mind you, we are trading in the whole process and trading during COVID, and it's a whole pandemic going on, bro. So do you see how all this is spiraling? It literally aligned with each other. So I'm like, all right, whatever. All right. So dad told me like blah 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 blah. I was like, look, fuck off, because I'm tired of him. I'm like, look, sir, all due respect, fuck off. Tell your son, leave me alone. He fuck off too. Boom. Kind of how that was. So moving forward, Davion tried to do everything he could to, try to tear me down, try to take something from me when I built the program, right, to get people onto I am. So I was prospering. Everybody in my lane was prospering. They ain't had to sell a trade, buy or sell nothing. They was getting at least $600 into their account every month. They was getting paid. You know what I'm saying? Minimum at least $600 from I am, because I was literally making people platinum leaders. I was making people uh P600, P250s. Like, I was elevating people. So as we all moved up, I moved up, right? And so I was at P1000. My wife was at P600. I had put my mom, my brother, and a friend in. Everybody I put in was, like I said, P600, 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 P150 going to P600, P600. Like, they was really killing it, right? We making money. Man, greed started to kick in, man, and just a whole down spiral with that dude. You know what I'm saying? But needs to say right here, there, after that, I just didn't talk to anything no more. I cut him off. I mean, I did some petty shit to get to him mentally to make him leave me alone. But yeah, man, this is the backstory of how I got a gun pulled on me trading for an exchange. So the main thing you got to do when it comes to keeping yourself sane, or just, and not just trading, but in life general, when you're going through stuff like that, like, that could be wild for you. That may not be your experience, but you got to keep in mind, you don't know these people. If you're getting on with I am, it's a group chat full of 1,000, 4,000, 5,000 people. You don't know these people and their capability. Some people are only in there to just scam. Some people are in there scamming. That doesn't make up everybody, right? So all of this I had to really process. I had to reflect and I had to try to move forward. But in those moments, like that happened. Me and my wife been together going into 2025. It'll be 5 years come June. And it's crazy because in those moments, I was learning about intuition. I was learning about alignments. I was learning about, the higher vibrations of God and higher power, how to truly believe in the things that God is telling you. You don't have to necessarily listen. Like, he don't have to talk out loud for you to listen. You can hear. He gives it to you in visions. He gives your next person, your destination, and your purpose through a vision. And a lot of times we don't know how to deal with those emotions that come with it because we have never tapped into those type of vibrations before. And all of this I'm going through, what I'm saying? Like I said, lost my grandmother, going through back and forth with the military, ups and downs with that, mentally dealing with my mental, the things I've saw, witnessed, and had to experience over there in the military 7 years, dealing with childhood traumas, trying to get outside my shell. A lot of things transpired, and I didn't really, honestly, to be honest, y'all, I don't even know how to deal with it. It's probably my first time saying I didn't know how to deal with any of that. I didn't know how to control my emotions. So the most important thing you must do when you're going through life, traumatic experiences, because life is life, and you're trying to you are a trader. If you're trading and you learn something about the market, even if you're trading on demo, you are a trader. All right, you just kind of continue to say it and put it out there. So to trade in the foreign exchange market, you got to process the things that's going on around you, emotionally, physically, mentally. All right. So I had to acknowledge the process of the trauma. It's the first step I had to take. Um, I shouldn't have dismissed what was going on, but I did. I dismissed all that and I got back into it because I wanted to trade it. Then something else happened. All right. Then I wanted to trade, finance happened. And then I wanted to trade, then I lost my daughter. And then you know what I'm saying? Just crazy stuff kept happening. I kept happening. Boom, boom, boom. And my wife getting into it. We argue, we bickering, like crazy stuff is happening on top of this. And I'm shutting the main people out. And I'm not knowing that I am not acknowledging why I'm having these these blocks and these mess ups and this inconsistency that I'm having in trading. I'm like, I was more consistent when I didn't know any damn thing. It was because life is happening. I was distracted. I wasn't distracted in those moments. I had toned everything out in my life and I was in the house by myself, tuned in. Now, you know what I'm saying? I'd have got married. I'd have got a gun pulled on me. I'd have got life happen. My immune system fighting itself. My career has changed. I'm hitting the different age. You know what I'm saying? Life and death. All this stuff is happening. Finance happening, and it's just like boom, 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 boom. So you don't want to dismiss what's happened like I did because it's important for you to acknowledge the fear, the anger, or the hopelessness that you may feel. I had to do that, and I'm doing it now, right? Like I told you, we facing a lot of things coming into 2025 building this academy. I want to not only tell you that you can do it, but show you my experiences. I may not do it right to your capability. I may not trade the way your mentor trade. I may not give the stories out the way your mentor gave it out, but I'm giving my experiences, my um journey out to you from my eyes because I'm the only person that could tell my story, right? So I had to acknowledge the fear. I had to be willing to acknowledge the anger that was balled up in me, mad at everybody else around me. They didn't treat me the way I treated them, and I was mad. And I didn't speak to anyone that I trust about it. I didn't go seek therapists about it. I just really kept replaying the trauma. And even though I had opportunities in therapy, I denied it, you know? Because I feel like I'm just complaining at this point. For a while in therapy, all I did is complain, 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 complain. I still feel that way. All I'm doing is complaining, 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 complaining. But there's no outcome. There's no work being put in. Complaining, 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 complaining. I'm going down a deeper hole of depression. Another way that I found very useful was journaling. Even though I have 1,000 books with starting and stopping of a journaling, I got introduced to journaling, and journaling can help you by expressing your feelings. And if you can't speak it out, you can write it out. Talk about your experience and internalize the emotions that you're having and being able to manage them more, looking at it, right? It helps. I'm just telling you. I had to recognize the bigger picture. And when you stay inside of a picture, this is a key thing when it comes to trading in the foreign exchange market. People stay inside of a small time frame and only be zoomed in the chaos and the ups and downs and the bullcrap that's going on in that smaller time frame. But if they pull back and see the bigger picture on higher time frames, they will see all of this is just a bigger picture. All of this is just chaos, noise, distraction. He say, she say, social media, all that stuff that's going on in between of the bigger picture, which is you trading. You and your higher purpose, whatever trading is supposed to do for you. All right. So I had to recognize the bigger picture because I got distracted by the bigger picture. My goal with trade is not only to build this academy, but to create jobs with this academy, right? Where people can tune in and invest, especially for elderly people that don't really know how to trade. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the verge to take my license so I can become a financial advisor, so I can find it, so I can advise people what to do in their best interest, so that people can turn around and manage their money, so if they can just invest it into a crypto and being able to do it, you know what I'm saying, or investing in learning the chart and doing this and doing this and doing that. So being able to take what I'm learning and create other avenues for people to have jobs, especially people that are not able to work a 9 to 5 because of their health. So they have to work from home, or they can't work at all. Maybe they're on disability or something. They can't work, you know. So like me. So it's the bigger picture. What can you do to feel purposeful? What can you do to not be inside these four walls and not go crazy? How can you not make a sane mind even crazier? An insane mind even crazier. All right. Life is unpredictable, but your purpose and passion is worth it. Okay. So whether it's trading or something else, it don't have to be trading, it could be anything in life. I want you to give it meaning. Remind yourself that this moment don't define you. And that's why I have to remind myself. And this happened with like me going through this reflection happened this year. These things that happen don't define me. I have crashed out. Like party like a rock star, crashed out. I had to remind myself that this moment don't define who I am. It don't define my story. All right. And that's what you gotta do. It's not it's not the whole book. It's just a chapter in your book. All right. So reflect on why you started trading. That's what I had to do. And the goals you're working on for it. Okay. I want to build me and my wife want to build this institution. Then I'm not gonna tell you what it's about, but this institution is going to help teenagers going into if they want to work or entrepreneurship, show them how to do certain things and gear them toward that way by creating platforms, not platforms, by bringing educators of those platforms to the forefront. And that's all I'm really tell you about. All right, so watch that pictures. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. I have a vision board for it. I see everything, and Forex is going to fund it. All right. So you want to reflect, what is my goals? All right. Why did I start trading? It has to be bigger than money. Because getting a gun put on you, man, it was bigger than money. I'm trying to tell you. I done touched a lot of money. Probably a meal a few times. But knowing what to do with that to make it duplicate and prosper. Um, and all this has to align. You have to be on the right vibration. Okay. So focus on the opportunities that lie ahead of you and not focus on the things that happened already. And that's what I work on every day. I mean, I had so much doubt this week. I got into a trade and I was so confident about that trade. But every day of this week, I have been doubtful in myself. Wonder if I did right with my kids. Wonder if I did right with my daughter. If I did right with my mom. You know, I was reflecting the things me and my wife went through and some things I did and poor reaction and things I said. And man, I wanted to just hide. And I saw some play out into the chart, and I knew I wanted to cut that in, and I didn't, and I lost down that trade. I'm not mad. I'm actually thankful and grateful for that lesson because I have to listen to my intuition no matter what anybody say to me. If the intuition and the message was given to me from God and I received it and I accepted it and I understood it, I need to stand on it. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta start leaning on you and God first. Okay. I also had to adjust my perspective. The way I was viewing trading, uh, trading is really it has a discipline mindset, right? Discipline requires you clarity of the mind, so you have to have your mind clear for you to be able to be disciplined, and to be able to do that, you can't have this distraction around you taking you off the main focus. So you want to use this event to reinforce your commitment to emotional control. That's what you want to do. A skill necessary for trading. Emotional control. You have to master your emotions to be able to master the market. And it's not about mastering the market, it's just honing in on what makes sense for you and just going in on your skills. and believing 10 toes down for yourself and continuing your education. If you only stop at IM and you still trading with IM, you ain't want to got another mentor. If you have a mentor on IM Academy and maybe they have a program, you have not went to that program, no. Excuse me. If you have not invested into other mentorships and programs about trading to see which type of trader you like and still going with not, you're not trading. And you got to adjust your life into the perspective you want to have. All right. Just like you have to recognize these things are going on in life, you and I have to recognize that the market, like life, have highs and lows. So our ability to navigate challenges will only make us stronger. Only make us stronger. All right. I'm about to wrap this up, I promise, man. I know the story kind of took us, but I wanted to make sure that you guys know that I'm not superhuman. I'm not God. I don't just cut my emotions off and boom, we good. No, I still deal with emotions. And I have to deal with these emotions and still go through life. So how you think I'm doing it? Yeah, I don't know. All right. So lean into your support system. If you don't have no support system and you're your only support system, go on YouTube, type in mindset 10-minute mindset, and it's gonna pull up a whole bunch of motivation videos. Go to Motiversity. Motiversity gives you all type of motivation videos and plug in every day. I don't care you do that 20 times a day. Plug in. I don't care if that's the only thing you listen to. Plug in, plug in. Be your biggest support system if you don't have it. But if you have a friend, just one friend or a cousin, just one person outside of yourself, boom, tell them what you're trying to do and you focus on that and you lean into that, right? Especially if they're talking high value to you. Talk to loved ones about it. Talk to them about what's happening. I closed everybody out around me and just kept acting like things didn't happen. I kept acting like things didn't happen. No, I'm still on call. It's fine. I'm just gonna have to go tomorrow. Yeah, we can just go early. All right. So yeah, that's my mom. Shout out to my mom. So yeah, man. You gotta lean to your support system. My mother is my biggest support system, besides my wife, my brother. They're my hugest support system. Like my mom has pushed me to go outside my comfort zone every step of the way, even when I didn't want to. And I've done great things in my life that I kind of do not sit and think about. Well, I didn't say think about, actually sit and be grateful for that accomplishment because I'm always looking for the next accomplishment, the next goal to hit, next goal to hit. But man, some things that I've hit has not been easy. And everybody don't choose to continue to be disciplined. That's why I was so successful in the military. I was ranking up and helping others to rank up. Like, this is what I do. I would learn something, and if you tell me these are the steps that it takes for you to get promoted, I would go through those steps, get promoted. I would write everything down, give it down, pass it down to my soldier, and have them to go through those classes, those programs, everything. Check them off list by list while we working. I'll take over your work. You do this, boom, 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 boom. Next thing I know, they're getting promoted. I'm talking about. I was like that. And that's how I'm creating this. I created Treasure State Academy after Abundance 3-3, Treasure State Academy on Think of It. And we did a whole academy, red face, blue face, and white face. And we'll be dropping those faces on YouTube. So y'all want to stay in. Plus other assets, all right? Plus other assets. Red face, blue face, and white face. We created, put it out there, and we had 100% conversion rate in each phase. In each phase. We had over thousands of families to invest into this course. And once you invest into the course, you're in there for a lifetime. Now we don't use Think and Fit anymore because there was a lot of changes that happened to Think and Fit going through life, pulling back, running for myself. Think and Fit definitely changed a lot. And there were some things that I just did not understand. So that will still be up there. It won't be taken down. Let's Think and Fit take it down. But those, if you've already been into that academy and you fully completed the course and all that good stuff, you can still go in and tap in. We decided after a year of me running, maybe a year or two of me running and still being low key with everything, I decided that it's time for me to put this on YouTube, fully believe in myself, through the motions, talk about it. If nobody listens to it, that's fine. If one person listens to it, that is amazing. And just see how to go for the next 2 years. Because I'm investing 5 years into this thing. For the next 2 years, I want to see how dedicated I can be. Discipline, right? So I can inspire you to start. I can inspire you to keep going. If you lost your passion for it, or well, you'll never lose your passion. If you learn trading and you really love it, you ain't gonna drop your passion. But you just got, lost motivation. You need some inspiration. I'm going to be that for you. And if you have never started trading, you don't really trust anybody, but you know me and you've seen me before, we on social media or even in person, I want you to watch this, listen to this, and go on YouTube, watch, listen to all the videos there, and continue to listen by clicking that bell, the notification, follow, subscribe, or whatever platforms you on. Never miss the next episode, because all I want to do in each episode is give you one thing that you did not know before. That is, if it made it click for you or made something make sense for you, that gives me great joy, because it's not about the money for me anymore. I still get in this trade and make money. Like I said, I lost money yesterday. I got to the point where I consistently pulled 10,000 out. Then again, through some life and ups and downs, I got some inconsistency and I just pulled back because I was losing. So I know I could do it. No one is persuading me this. No one is telling me, hey, to think like this. You even have these courses provided to you in the military, but if you're not of high ranking status, and I'm not even talking about sergeant, I'm talking about like chief of warrant officer. If you're not like that, chief of warrant officer, then they don't even give you opportunity to take this course. That's how I know that it's real, because the government has to have high clearance for you to even take this course. So I ain't talking about something that I don't know. I'm talking about something that I live and I've been living, and I'm fully in this thing. Whether you see it or not, whether it's demo or real, I'm fully in this thing. And I'm open and honest. All right. So the main thing you want to do after you adjust your perspective, like I had to do, I had to develop a grounding routine. And this routine is to ground myself. All right, because I told you I don't like negativity. So anytime negativity happens, my anxiety rise to T. I don't know what that's about. It just could be the autoimmune itself. It just started doing crazy stuff. I break out in hives. My thyroid get to acting up. I get my stomach start hurting. I start not feeling well, like all type of shit, right? So practicing mindfulness has helped me out a lot. I love meditation. Meditate every morning. I meditate. And if I don't, God bless you. I meditate every morning. All right. Practical mindfulness. I listen to mindfulness for about an hour. Or yeah, hour or two hours. I go to the gym and then come back, cook for my children, my girls for school. So, and my mom and my wife or whatever. So I listen to mindfulness for about 2 hours in the morning when I get up, and that's me giving myself some grace, giving myself some time, right? Being practical about life, not being impractical, and not and creating calmness to my mind before I focus on the present and before I sit down at a chart. Right? I have to figure out if I'm feeling any things, if these emotions are mine. Why do I feel like this? Journal, write it down, and then see what's the next movement. Right? Develop a grounding routine. I also created a consistent routine for analyzing the market so I can mentally separate trading from my external emotions. And that's why I told you it's a certain process I have to take every morning before I actually get on the chart. I have to sit down, write out my emotions. And when I don't do that, my trade might go in my favor. There's always some high liquidity going on. Or it just don't go out my way. That's something I always miss that I thought made me comfortable and it didn't. You know what I'm saying? So I don't listen to my intuition the way I should. Um, you gotta create a grounding routine. All right, you have to lead on your support system. They're important. You just gotta tell one person, man. Even if it's a baby sister, they'll support you. All right, adapt to your trading on mindset. Because, like I said, you got to master the mind and master the market. You got to be patient with yourself. If you're feeling distracted or overly emotional, you have to step back from the chart temporarily. I literally see people like trade all day. Like I told you, I used to trade 24/7 I'm on that chart 24/7. That is not good, man. And then you mad. Like do you know how much energy you're wasting? How much wasted emotions that you're going through? You have to step back from the chart, get yourself some clarity, calm down. All right. You have to focus on trading smaller time frames if you want to train your mindset. Personally, if you want to train yourself to see price action, trends of the market, all that, you will look at a higher time frame. but just adapting your trading mindset, whatever your mindset. You want to trade like a swing trader, you want to trade like a scalper, you want to be an intraday trader, you want to be a day trader, long-term trader, uh, ranging market trader, or ranging bound market trader, or trend trader. That was the one. I like the trends. I'm not gonna cap. I love trend, chart patterns, market structure, price action. I love that. That's just me. I'm just telling you what makes me feel comfortable. So I'm trading I'm trading on a time frame no higher than a day. Entering in on a 1 to 30-minute time frame. I'm looking at the 15, 30 minutes and the hour for my chart patterns. So I like that trending markets. All right. But I like breaking retests, but it's all about you. I found these things be more suitable for me. I've seen my strategy, my rules, and all that play out more. I've went on a consistent rant of doing 500 pips a week. Was consistent with that, even though I turn around and give it back to the market. Dumb shit. I still, when I said give it back to the market, put it back in the same account and it went away. But I made the money doing dumb shit. Made the money though. All right, so I seen $500, 500 pips a week for a month. Grow your account. I've seen 1,000 pips for that for every 2 weeks or for the week or whatever. Grow account depending on what you trade on, right? I've traded certain indicators. I've traded on uh certain indicators and certain like the crossover moving average indicator. I'll trade with that when price candlesticks go below those indicators. I'll trade with certain rules for that. I've seen a couple strategies play out, but guess what? I had to take what works for me in those strategies and leave what didn't, and continue my education so I can find that next piece. So whether I'm a scalper, swing trader, or long-term trader, it does not matter. I need to train my mindset. All right. So you got to get your ass on the chart. Get on the chart. Use this experience to deepen your focus on the process of trading rather than obsessing over profits. It's bigger than that. Okay. Last but not least, because this has definitely been long and I know I've been holding y'all, but it's been a long time coming for me to talk about this, to say something about it. And I had to get this up so I could go out by Sunday. So I was supposed to go get my tires looked at today, but because I'm still on talking to you guys, whatnot, I wanted to really give the value. So if I'm missing my tire appointment, then you are important because it's bigger than that. Okay, it's not my tires. I just gotta get my light bulbs looked at. But it's better to go in the morning because when I went early to get my tires changed, it's probably 30 minutes. They was done. I didn't even look at it, take it, boom, 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 and give it back. You know what I'm saying? So I'd rather do it in the morning than try to rush and squeeze and all that good stuff. But anyway, the last thing that I had to put into my mindset to work on, to face, is to move with purpose. And you got to do that too. No matter what your traumatic events or experience is, you have to move in purpose. You have to let this experience serve as a reminder, all right, for you, and that's talking to me, a reminder of your resilience and determination. You survived something life threatening, all right, and that strength can fuel your trading journey. It can empower you. So you want to be able to use that in more of a purpose driven than a destruction or destructive driven. Okay. Trading is a skill, and this skill it literally requires you to rise above external circumstances. You have to be above what is going on. And it's so hard to not focus on what is going on, but acknowledging the present moment and then be able to move in the right way with your emotions is the best key you can do than just sit in those external circumstances. All right. So by turning this challenge into a learning experience, me, I grew and I'm still growing. You're going to grow too, both personally and professionally. All right. It is literally time for us, you, to focus. Because in time, with focus, healing, and persistence, we will not only overcome this event, but also come out stronger. Trading is much like life, man, because life be lifing. It rewards those who keep their eyes on the bigger picture while navigating through moments. And the one that don't take that journey, that high road to keep going, they struggle. So at any point in your time in life, you're going through all this stuff, you're facing adversity, you get a gun pulled on you, you lean into your support, you gotta develop a grounding routine while still thinking about that dumbass nigga, pulling a gun on you. You gotta adjust your perspective, develop a solid routine. I'm gonna say that again. Develop a solid routine because you got to get your mind together, recognize the bigger picture, all right, and acknowledge the process of the trauma. Do all that and still trying to learn foreign exchange. Be a person. Go to school if you're a college student. Be a daughter if you're a daughter. Be a son if you're a son. And do all the extra things in life. Deal with life. Because life be life. At some point of time, I promise you, right now, at some point of time, you're going to say, Forex is stupid. Man, and I agree. See you next time, man. On Forex is